To start things off here in NA East.
It's all come down to this. It's the FNCS Grand Finals. Game number 1's just about to be on their way.
Game 1 of the NA East FNCS Solo Grand Finals.
In half out. This is where things get interesting. This is where Fortnite really starts to shine and the zone starts to move. Here it is though, Blake still being so active, the control, throws the cone down, and I can't help but imagine that he's going to go ahead and conclude this one as well. The second elimination for him now onto Haji here, and Zone's going to pull his way. Giving you guys who's in the game. I see Bully, I see Aspect still alive, Illis still alive as well, and Illis is going to be running right through Pose here, who's on the other side of the wall. He's going to go in and crash pad his way in. That's going to be a major impact frag. Impact elimination for Illis. That's going to recap, refresh his material count as well, as the entire lobby now is looking to scramble across here, but Illis is still firing up. He's going to catch Batch on the movement now as well. Great layer change though. He's going to move himself up, setting up the teak pad to try and get out here. He's got the crash pad ready to go. He's thinking about it though, still waiting his time. He doesn't have to do it too early.
He's got to make something happen. He knows the player's above him. He's trying to bait him to drop down and go for the shotgun shot. But no, that could be too long. But he waits. It is. He can't break through the full metal in time. Too much damage. He takes 10 ticks. As we're going to play for more consistency. I see NRG Ronaldo kind of making his way up a little bit here, making his way very high. Ronaldo, as Blake making a good push for it too. 23 points on the board. He's now inside that top 25. Those 2 refreshes were everything he needed to get him to this point, but he's going to need another one soon as he's down to 5 builds inside the full metal base. So he's in a good spot to try and find a refresh from, but he's gonna have to go soon. If this zone keeps going up, takes down Nanolite. Does take down Nanolite, a very consistent player here in this one. Ajo
on the other side, Illa's still up there as well. And now we have Coop down on the low ground, really tearing it up. 4 eliminations for Coop. Someone's got him backed out against the Storm though. He's got to take the fight. He's gonna step in, and yes, he catches another one. That's gonna be the 5th elimination now. Very much in the game. I'm seeing Ronaldo. I'm seeing Dubs still here. Blake's still alive. Jace fighting his way up the high ground as well.
Blake trying to have a big performance here. 4 eliminations already on the board, going up again. I have to think he has one of the better mat advantages right now. Only 23 builds, but this late in the game, when the zone is about to close out, that is very good as Ronaldo having to skirt the storm. Coop takes down Jaith. Ronaldo must have flop as he does. Can he come back in? Can he make a play? Illist, Dubs, Blake putting the pressure down onto Dubs. He gets the elimination. 4 players left. Blake has the high ground. This could be his game. This could be everything to start off the tournament for Blake. He has all the advantages. It's a 1v1. It's Blake versus Illist. Can Blake close it out? Can he jump up and have the huge game 1 performance? Illis can't get up the hill. He can't get a footing. Blake has all the advantage. Blake has to win this one. Illis down in zone. All Blake has to do is wait this one out and just hold, and he's going to be the game 1 winner of the NA East FNCS Grand Finals. Blake takes it away with 6 eliminations and 20 points on the board.
Yeah, and the goal is to be able to convert off of this first game. So we kind of talked about in the intro to the show, what is the pacing of a 6-game tournament? And over the course of it, you really kind of want to get yourself established early, because whoever gets out to that lead is going to start running it. And
we do have 5 games left to go till we crown an FNCS champion. To game number 2 on the day.
It's game number 2 here at the NA East Grand Finals table.
To think about which areas this kind of favors those players that are dropping. Maybe Fortilla like Dubs, as Nobu tried
free rotate, but no, the opponent was actually looking to hop in on him, and oh my gosh, he's gonna get hit with a hunting rifle shot from the eastern portion, and no, he gets hit again. It's Nanolite. Man, Nanolite with the downrange tags here.
Burst AR to use, as he's got more than enough ammo to take some shots, and he has that rotation. There it is, finds Keox and the harpoon, which with all the items we've seen at the moment, with the crash pads, with the peppers, with extra meds, not a lot of players carrying the harpoons anymore, as he's just struggling to grab that extra loot, and there it is, finds that benefit of the massive material boost.
Even in Spike's loadout here, so I feel like we're seeing a nice classic shift in the loadouts and how things are going to work out, but Spike's in a world of trouble right now. He pulls half in, half out, but he also pulls the lobby's focus, and oh my gosh, the bailout, the get out of jail free card right there. He's gonna land the big charge shot, and he's still in the game now.
On making their way to this half-half, which is already so congested. They're building a mini city here. Everyone trying to just find their spot, find their places. People are taking walls, taking fights, crash padding in. AJ finding this player on the back foot. SF on the back foot with 2 players on both of his walls. It is absolute pandemonium here, Monster.
Keep an eye on players like Coop, who was 3rd on the leaderboard, on the standings when we came into this. Blake's still in this game as well. So our top 3 still holding strong, gathering points, accumulating points right now, trying to hold on to the lead. They're not making it easy for the new competitors trying to step up. He waits. Someone's in front of him. Okay, though.
Might have to pull out the crash pad. Oh, he hits it. He goes up into the sky, though. Unfortunately, the harpoon, though, he goes to harpoon the wall, and the player edits it. So he lands the harpoon stow, opening up the wall at the absolute worst timing. Sid gets the harpoon shot, and that's the mat refresh. That's what you have to watch for. Those players that have not much left, they need to have that aggressive play. They need to get something, and they claw their way back into it as Dubs hits the sky in top 10. Bully, I'm seeing Jark, so many big names still in this, but you talked about earlier, Monster, the trees. They're trying to land, but the trees are blocking them as Clicks is now making his way up onto high ground in a beautiful position. Ronaldo making his way through. P-God, Bucky. This is going to be a who's who endgame, and it's going to break down fast.
Now he still has to cross though, so he's got a lot of seconds before the clock's going to continue to push here. Those crash pads are going to be put to use by other players. They're going to recycle them. Coop sitting a little too long back here, though. Now comes the pressure of the storm. He jumps in for the loot. Yes, he needs it desperately, and no, he gets caught on the back line. With the floppers, though, he's going to be able to sit in zone for a couple more seconds. Will he have enough to get out, though? Now it's going to be the key opportunity for him to hopefully find a frag here when he needs it most. Rotating his way in, barely any materials, just 40 left now. This is it. Things are getting cooking here, and yes, he's going to find one. It's on to Skittles now, and that's going to be just enough. He's going to have to edit his way out. Let's see, 5 players in the lobby right now. That's another placement that's going to get out. It's going to be on to King there, Aussie. It's still going. No. These are a lot of points. Oh my gosh, the flick.
Coop fights his way back into it. I was going to say the Siphon came in a millisecond on time. He went down to 50 health in Storm, which means he just got the Siphon before the next tick went through. So Coop going down, but a phenomenal performance back against the wall to pick up, I think, 3 or 4 eliminations. Going to go for Hype Monster if he's going to go into a box.
That is true, and you saw P-God there as well, still getting points, but yes, the shockwave goes out. Hold up, though. Clicks is battling up for height right now against Kaz, and I think Clicks has got it, but no, now it's going to be a battle of who can hold it. You see the builds there. Someone's trying to hold on to height. It's D-Roller. He's managed to make his way all the way up to the top, and he's got the biggest refresher you could ask for. 900 medium ammunition, heals to go with it, and some materials as well. Be feared. On the low ground, though, Clicks has got a lot to prove as well. The bailout, the second point there, the follow-up elimination, and he still has a refresher too. So he has just enough mats, though. He's going to keep it going. Great layer change here.
Something here. If you have this loadout, if you have high ground, you've been given everything. You need to prove that you are here for a reason, that you can close out games like this. As there's 3 players alive, Clicks falls to class, D-Roller making his way down, 5 builds left, the 1v1, Nobu Divine. We've seen it so many times before. D-Roller jumping his way down. We get the wide to see what we missed as Class takes down Clicks, and there it is. D-Roller taking down Nobu Divine. He falls there. The shockwave launcher does come out on top. We're gonna have the analyst to break down what we missed just there, because that was a ridiculous endgame.
We are getting ready to hop back into game. If you are tuning in, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is Grand Finals here in the FNCS. We're in NA East. We've got 4 games left to go.
You heard it from the best of the best. We're hopping back in to the FNCS Grand Finals NA East game number 3. It's Monster D-Face, AussieAntics here on the horn to deliver the action. And the question here, Aussie, is can D-Roller, who's had a taste of success, that first place, hold it through? Because
as well, and he is far from Storm with no white meds, so he needs to be careful. That uses the launch pad, so that campfire, I think he wanted to go for the campfire there, but unfortunately it had already gone out, so he was going to have to invest 300 wood to restart that campfire, and I just don't think it was worth it. So Skittles making this rotate, but if he gets focused at all, this is going to be a very, very rough time for him as he's kind of pushing his way forward. He has 6 crash pads, so he might even look to go a little bit aggressive, but no, finds this elimination, but no, he doesn't. The other player gets eliminated from someone else. I believe Binky just took down exactly, but Skittles was there, and Skittles pushing forward, and just like that, he's back in the game. He only gets 1 elimination, but he gets 2 players worth of loot, and I take it back. Skittles knew exactly what was going on. Apparently, he had this one down.
Congested areas. He's really trying to play that into his benefit. And now having to crash that in. Oh my gosh, it's going to hurt him a lot. And yes, here comes the lobby focus right down into the kind of the area where we just saw D-Roller moving through. So he's trying to see what he can find. The rockets are flying in as well, so that's the grief from the rest of the lobby, trying to get a piece of the action. I can only assume that D-Roll is down there trying to make something big happen. That could be him. No. Yes, it is him. He was on the run. He was trying to find anything to keep him alive, Aussie. He's out.
P-God, one of those aggressive players, no eliminations on the board so far, but only has 5 builds. These are my favorite players to watch, the ones who have the mechanical prowess, the skillful players, but they don't have what they need. You know they're going to go down swinging. They need to make something, and P-God's looking for it. He has 2 chug splashes. He has no utility, no movement, only 6 builds. How is he going to find his elimination? How is he going to get back in the game? He has rotating zone, so he's here in the position where people are going to have to make their way towards him, and that's where he's going to try and jump on them. He's going to be ready to pounce. He's going to lean on the the AR. He has that sniper as well, but late game, it loses a lot of its effectiveness when things are moving so fast. But if anyone can land the shot, it's probably going to be P-God. He's down to no builds now, does not have a single build to his name. On the low ground, and there it is! He finds elimination, not on anyone, but on Kanata. And Kanata normally going into these end games very stacked.
Out of the players still in the game, Aspect, Reverse, Vanish, Jack still alive. I see Coop still up in there accruing points as things go on. P-God still alive on the low ground. We're going to be hopping in with Class, who's going to find himself Ace here in the mid. We talk about Class was top 10. He wants more. He wants to get closer and closer to top 5. And look, 4 floppers still in the inventory. We knew that it was a no-brainer he was making it this far.
Except looking to make something of this, has 1 crash pad left, not using it here for the rotation, maybe saving it for an impact, but 33 builds. He's managed his inventory well. He's gone to endgame. He's still got the minis. He still has the mass. These are those players who aren't in a position like P-God. They're not looking for desperate eliminations. They're trying to control sightlines like this and keep themselves a little bit safer on front sides. He has the edit, a 27 white tag. He might get that elimination to Storm. No, the player comes back right now. It was Ronaldo. Ronaldo goes down just inside top 30 as Colazo picks up an elimination. This leaderboard is going to be so tight at the top, Monster.
King of height, everyone is going to have to battle it out, except here is going for the 15-second big chug heal off play. He's trying to get as much HP as possible, approaching the last end game. This is probably the final time he's going to be able to do it. On the other side, though, Class behind the wall steps out, and yes, eats one up right there, just like that. The big follow-up, the 30 elim, and the shockwave launcher to follow him in, but it might have been a misplay. He has to bounce his way back in. Up to the high ground he goes, and he is out of material. So what is he going to do now with only 1 play left? It's to go up. It's the challenge high ground. He sends someone flying, and yes, they go out into the lobby, into the storm. And now Class has to do more, though. It's a battle against the grappler. Can he do it? Yes! He follows up the monster shotgun shot. And he still has more. He jumps down onto another player. Oh my gosh, he is tearing it up now, Aussie. It's back-to-back eliminations here, and he is clearly in first. And if he can close out, he'll continue to hold the lead.
Calc and Accept on the low ground, who used that mythic Chug Jug late game to get him to this point. He falls to Calc. Calc 1v1, but is it? Are we going to see the mythic charge shotgun come into play? The mythic shockwave, he does. Class gets the elimination onto Calc, but that is a big game for Calc, and Class on 38 points. Someone that we were talking about a little bit was just outside that top 10, and he is very, very much at the top now.
Enter this next game. AussieAntics, Monster D-Face, take it away, gentlemen.
Guys, little context as to what's going on here. It's the NA East Grand Finals, and we are halfway through the competition now. This is game number 4 in top 10, who's now getting pressured in by Booga. We saw he didn't have any shields. With the upgraded AR now, if he finds a shot here from this epic AR, it's going to hurt. It's going to do a lot of body damage. There it is. It's 35. He's closing up. It only takes 2 body shots to finish him off for free here. He's going to have to fight for it. And yes, he is now in a weird situation now, sitting on top of a bunch of enemies. But it's okay because he is safe for now.
Well, the weeks we've seen him do so well, he starts off strong and he finishes strong as well. So Booga having a bit of a shaky start, needs to claw his way back into it. He's not performing poorly, but needs to pick it up a little bit. As we see here, 4 of the top 5 players have placed top 25 in all 3 games, showing how consistent it is at the top. And Age just picking up Thatch, getting a big refresh. So like we said, Monster, this isn't like EU where we see someone getting a big win and running away with it.
Just like that. 5th and 6th place are now down outside of the top 25. Very far from it. But it is okay. The comp more opportunities up ahead. It's a matter of who can bounce back and really pull it all together. This is a very crucial zone to make a proper rotate out of. Someone like Booga is going to need an impact soon. He's going to find one through the floor there just in time as the build is freshly coming in. And he's going to be sitting inside some enemy kind of builds now. He's trying to see if there's some free loot down there. He's probably going to want to take advantage of this. And remember, he did just tag the player down there as well. He needs this as much as the guy in front of him, and that's a free tunnel he's landing into. We'll see now if Booga can find his impact elimination, or will it be the end of his run right now? It's going to be up against Not Builds, who's on the other side. So here it happens. The crash pads are going to come out, and now he's forced into defense. He only has 45 builds, guys. This is not a lot.
Ooh. He's got to secure this. He has to get it. He does, and he gets the elimination for it too. So obviously we had the Nobu member Pabstale on the back foot as well, trying to push for that one. I saw it. There it is, the mythic Chug Jug. When you're going into endgame with no builds, no material, nothing, Booga needs to secure this. He can't walk away from it, but zone's coming in. Someone else took it. He didn't get the crash pads. What did he get? Did he get the material? And did he pick up the infinite Chug? We're going to have to find out when we jump on his perspective later. Because
off the marathon run, the back-to-back big games that he needs in the past. But if players like Blake stay consistent, These are the names that we're going to see continue to rise on up. Remember, Blake was shut down in the previous game, so this is a massive game for him right now. And he's doing big things for what is just a normal, common AR, showing that you do not need an upgraded loadout to make big plays.
I believe he was on, what, in there? He was about low 20s, 23 or 26 from this game, so that's a real big issue for him. He needs to find that consistency, but if he drops another win as Aegis trying to use his crash pad to go forward into this box, and this is a half-half zone that they now have, so that fight was so huge, because if Aegis managed to win that, not only was he going to get half-half the elimination, he was also going to get Kit's mythic loot, so Aegis falling there so close to what could have been the game he needed as straight best. Do you have the loadout you need to win this game? No? Then get in. Try and get an elimination. That's exactly what Class does. Identifies that he hit him hard, but it's probably going to take too long to finish that one off, so now he's trying to find it. He's not just resting on what he has, and this is what you need. Takes down Uzi. You need the confidence when you're in first place. Our difference, Monster.
And more importantly, he picked up a launch pad there, but it's not going to be enough. Dwal's going to walk right through him, underneath, from right underneath his feet, breaks into the box. This is his opportunity. Only 2 points separates himself from second place to first place. Can Coop do it? He already has an Elam this time around, and he's got just enough loot to continue to inch his way forwards.
But now we saw him get, what, Monster, 3 eliminations on less than 10 health after all the siphons. He was hitting shots the millisecond he needed to survive, and that's what I expect him to do here. Coop on the back foot now, has the splash. He's going to get them off, but what does he do next? How does he find the elimination he needs? There's a lot of players around him right now who will be running shambles as well. He's going to hit the crash pad and try and find something. Pushes him nice and far forward, but where is this player lurking? Where is his elimination that he so sorely needs? He's trying to find them, and there they are. They're behind him. He finds it onto Tabs. Tabs falls here, and Coop gets a little bit of the mats he needs, but no, he only gets one extra build out of it left to his name now, but Coop is pushing forward. He's getting towards those big placements, Monster, at 17 players alive.
Massive in the low ground. He's looking for any kind of frag he can find. This could be his big opportunity here to find the impact that he needs. On the high ground, though, Kiosk is still doing something big, and there you have it, Aussie. You called it. Coop still making things work with nothing in the inventory, not on the low ground. Someone's right in front of him. He actually gets to the cone. He's just trying to stay alive now.
He's jumped up into first. Eyes are on him now, and Coop needs to hold on to the pressure. Can he deal with it? Haven't seen him in this first place position so far this tournament, but he's doing so well. The white tag from behind has to drop back. He's pinned between this player and zone, but no, he can go forward. And there's another player. He misses his shotgun shot, and no, the first one we've seen him miss, and he needed it so badly, but Coop having a phenomenal performance again, going down to Crims. Crunchy on the bottom ground. We saw Sundown talk about it yesterday. Does he like it, Crunchy? Does he like it smooth? Let's see it. He's going forward. He's pushing in, trying to find his way around the corner. 27 points, no builds, 4 eliminations. I saw a big game using that harpoon to push forward. Wraps around, takes down Booger. He gets the elimination. Booger falls here, which is a big game for him as well. And Crims, the double elimination. Back of your mind, can these players win? Can they overcome the shockwave launchers? We've seen it be so devastating. It's now Rockets dropping out too. Crunchy on the low ground has everything against him, but he's holding it strong. Still has builds left to his name. Has 4 left, 6 eliminations. Keox goes back up with the shockwave launcher. Crunchy scrambling, jumping in and out of zone, trying to find the angle. The AR comes out and no, he falls. Keox in zone, gets the siphon, which could be enough to keep him in it. Nanolight on the high ground. The silent assassin in the back pocket trying to close this one out, and Keox wins it in the heel off, and Nanolight can't get back into Storm, and we see 22 points with a 6th elimination win. He got 20 of his 22 points in one game, Monster.
We are getting ready to get into our next game on the day. So let's send it over to Monster D-Face and AussieAntics.
You guys mentioned the rising and falling. That's like the tide. It's like clockwork. These are things that are going to happen. And if this is a high tide for Coop or Class, they're going to run away with the competition here. Soon, he was safe for some time, but might have miscalculated how soon he needs to push in, and that's going to be it right there. You saw the tag come through. It doesn't matter. Daxter's going to walk right through him. Though, someone who is in striking distance of the top 3, making a very scary rotate across the open waters here. There's even sharks nearby, so he's got to be super careful as the shots are coming in from all the players situated up on the mountain now.
Class, who's proven that he can get the win, much like D-Roller. So those are the players you got to keep eyes on. They've proven they can do it, and he did it without ridiculous loot as well. So Blake now, with only 1 mini though, is a situation that you guys know that I love. He needs a fight, and he needs elimination, and he gets absolutely destroyed here. Taken down to 11 health. He's going to be up to an effective, 36 health if my math is correct after that mini, which he's going to need a no. He falls, and it was up.
This is game number 5, ladies and gentlemen, the NA East Grand Finals of the FNCS solos the
He does. He has that mental fortitude. Obviously, Booger proven he's a champion on the day of days, won the solo World Cup, but it was a different story. He jumped out with that massive lead and just had to hold on to it. Did not lose his first place since first game, but showing here as a competitive player, he has progressed even more to be able to close out those tournaments that don't start so strong, and looking to do so here. Drops down with the green tack, and he does. He takes down Cody. A big elimination there. Booger and Cody also actually used to be teammates too, so maybe a bit of love lost there between Cody and Booger as he gets that big elimination, and he's back up to 75 builds now, 6 crash pads and the launch pad. And that
wall, like we talk about, that mid-competition wall that can happen to anyone regardless of how good. Booger, though, is on the crash pad. He's not slowing down, not at all right now, as he's going to position himself up on a nice, great layer here. Booger, one of the few people that actually look out before they crash pad. He treats it almost like a launch pad if you ever do any reviewals, and this is going to be such a big elim for him. It's going to be on some rocks. Oh my gosh, the impact frag that he needs. He can actually gather up all of the loot here as well, and now maxed out because of the pickup there.
FNCS Grand Final. Monster just laid on the line. $500,000 is going to be given out in the next 2 games, and a few players need to jump up there right now. You're looking for Coop, you're looking for Class. They've got a decent lead on the rest of the tournament, but we've seen big point swings in the past. Using
Crazy
another
here
enemy's
in
crash
Accept.
pad.
Remember, I was just going to say, let's not forget the fact that Accept is in the conversation right now for top 3 here, Aussie.
To try and jump up through this one if he can. Holding onto those crash pads, it's with plays like that where he reuses them and goes forward, takes down Zombie, and good thing he held onto those crash pads because now he needs them. Nice rotate onto front slide. Ultimate low looking really good down there. Go around. Booger's there. We talked about him. He was in a decent position, but now he's fighting his way back in. Illis, we're shooting him as one of the biggest fighters in NA East. He can drop eliminations like anyone. He's going to start making his way through 2 crash pads. One about to come out, but no, he holds onto it till the last millisecond. He doesn't need it. He holds it there. Zone goes back, and now he has that in the back pocket. Allow him to get into a box and get a refresh, and this is that. It's exactly what he's looking to do. He gets in there. The epic tack shotgun gets put to use, and he takes down Renan's, and now he gets the shield, and never mind, he's going to keep pushing forward. I think Monster's just reconnecting back in. Hopefully we have him to run this endgame, but it might just be you and me, but it's going to be exciting either way. Coop, someone I've been cheering on this whole time, on 50 points, gets another elimination onto COD Genesis. Coop is one of the best players with attack in hand in scrappy fights on backside, and that's what he's going to need to do.
It's not looking too good here. Wrigley's really going to be manipulating the lobby. That RPG is going to force everyone down the mountain. Players like Booger have to probably come back over. He's all the way at the bottommost layer, but Wrigley taking a huge risk sitting way out in the top. We'll see how that's going to happen here. On the other side, though, focus on the bottom. Booger trying to make his crossover now, and Coop as well. Coop still with a big lead here, 52 points. He's made it this far. That is ridiculous.
Class is not in this one contesting it, so this is Coop's tournament. Can he have the huge game 5 and then have the breezy run? I'm not entirely sure, but Wrigley, finally someone sees this high ground and makes a play for it, but Hypnos falls and Wrigley goes deep into Storm. I think they both just went down on high ground. The power position is given up. Coop has to do something to keep pushing forward. 55 points on the board. Backside of Storm. He's in the top right of your screen. That's what you want to look at. He misses a couple of shots, but the movement gets him through. He's still got floppers. He still has minis, and he's going back to front slide to close this one out, Monster.
He is going insane right now. Booger in the low ground trying to find anything. He's going to go for the shotgun exchange. He gets it right when he needs it most. The siphon's going to come through. Just enough mass to keep him alive as well. And it's a 2-way fight right now. It's high ground. It's low ground. Booger versus Zen. And then everyone else up above right now who is battling it out. Dubs, Fishy, Nutsex, all big names on the scene right here for NAE. Trying to bounce back in the comp. Few seconds now. He's going to play with the Storm. He's playing with fire right now. 3 HP. Someone lands in front of him. It's Dubs. Dubs goes down. Booger's still running with it. 4 eliminations now. He is clearly in the top 10, possibly top 5. He might have made it all the way up to the top. He's still in the game here, Aussie.
Booger closes out strong. We showed it, we said it, we highlighted it, and there he is closing out a big way. But who can close out this game? Is it who, Fishy? You said it, Monster. He's hot, he's cold, he's looking hot now. He likes his fish hot, and he's trying to push forward. He's going down. He gets pushed down onto Nutx, and no, Nutx takes him out. It's a 1v1 situation. Nutx and exactly, it's closing out. We might see our first heal off, but no, exactly with flopper in hand, doesn't want to heal off, jumps out to the side with the beautiful legendary tack shot for the 3 elimination win. Coop runs away with it, Monster, but is the lead going to be enough?
And he hold on and be the new FNCS champion in NA East. It's time to get into the last game to find out. Monster D-Face, AussieAntics, over to you.
Here, it's the last game, game number 6 of the FNCS NA East Grand Finals, a long, grueling set of FNCS quals, heats, and now Grand Finals as some of the favorites are falling here. Even dubs now, Tahita.
And hasn't had to move. He's just sitting in his box. So this could have been such a big game for Blake, but just like that, he goes down, and now Clicks has a chance to jump up there and maybe earn some extra money as Class in second place right now. He came into this game 12 points behind Coop in first, so he needs to pick it up, needs to do something big. And as far as I'm aware, in Game 6 of the NA East Grand Final, Coop is still up and very much in the lead, and he's going to have to fall shortly if anyone's able to overtake this one. And that's why we have eyes on Class, because he's the one trying to do it, trying to jump up and take over that spot, and with a loadout to do it. 4 floppers, 3 crash pads, and almost max material. He's played this Game 6 as the same way he's played every other game, and now he's got 2 eliminations on the board.
It's pretty hard.
Viv was tagged up, and Nanolite, I don't know how he got his way back into this one, showing why he's one of the best placement players in this tournament, showing why he performs in big stack lobbies on the day, upgrading with the AR. He's trying to get the loot if he can, gets a bit more metal, gets a lot of metal, I believe, and now he's going to finish this one out, and Aviv goes down. You called a monster, gets that big elimination close to the 2-point swing as well, as that was just inside top 50 placements. Looking pretty good, Monster. 150 doesn't have the full shield, but everything else, the positioning is looking pretty good, as Coop, no, it's not. 21 builds. Is this Storm Surge? He's 12 below on Storm Surge. This is your winner. This is your first place player in Game 6 in the lead with Storm Surge ticking. This player next to him knows, but as Coop does best, he comes out firing. Game 6, he's not going down. His story's not going to end like this. He wants to control it, but no. The third party comes in. Coop got his damage, but it might be too little too late. He's holding on to what little he has as it goes below 50, and Storm Surge changing up this lobby quickly. Coop could fall here, and maybe all eyes on Class, because Coop is looking the worst we've seen him all day.
Snatch away the crown here. We talk about a few things need to go in your favor, is one of them being Coop needs to fall. We'll see though. 0 medium ammunition. He can't do much right now. He is literally a sitting duck here with a charged shotgun and no follow-up. He's trying to find
this is what
loot.
Scares me. I think he needs to crash pad in. I think he needs to go for a fight soon. The longer he leaves us, the harder it's going to be to find. And there Blake comes out 10 health. Can Coop do it? Can he get the one charge? And no, he can't. Coop falls just inside top 50. 59 points. That is your mark. People at home who have just tuned in, first place has gone down on 59 points above him. So he can drop in as well, as Accept can climb up there and try and overtake this position. And there it is. The elimination on the Colazo is going to be what does it.
That was so big. He's now at 44 points. He's getting closer and closer. Let's not forget, there's still other competitors in the airs. They're still alive here. Big launch pad to come out now to save so much material. He's trying to find out where to go. He even read the zone a little differently there for a second. Had to double check to make sure he was going in the right direction. Now, though, he's found himself in the mid ground, in the high layer. Click still alive, though, even after Elim onto Blake. Early on, still finding his frags here. So these are all players that are still trying to inch their way up to top 10 and break their way into a better placement for more money as well. Except looking back on the Stormline now, trying to find any shots. There it is. There's one in front of him. Can he get it? Oh no, he's getting tagged up here, Aussie. This is looking kind of dicey. Anyone can dive in on him.
Too much in the feed, so Class is still up and he's still pushing, he's still kicking, but he's not gearing up, he's not accelerating, he's not trying to take over that first place position. Coop is holding on to his lead, sitting back and watching this, and he has eyes on Accept, he has eyes on Class, and so far it's looking good for him as a game. Booger in there as well in our 4th place, so we still have 3 of the top 4 alive with the first place taken out, and this is what you want to see for a game closing out, and Booger picking up the pace. This is the gas, he's hitting the pedal, he's going forward, trying to find what he can to get back into this one to maybe take first place or a bigger chunk of this $500,000. He's going to keep pushing through, and we've talked about it. Booger is so good in these end games. I saw Class fly past the screen too, Monster. We'll have to see how he's closing this one out in 2nd place.
It's anyone's game, and Booga took out D-Roller, and that's why I gasped there, because that's huge too. Oh my gosh, the response fire from Accept onto Degen. Another point. Remember, he is so close now. If he can get this victory, if any of them can, that's it. But no, Accept's taking out the competition. His opportunities are over. Class is still alive. He's following up. He's got enough. 53 right now. He just has to stay in it. 120 material and flop versus play. A little bit in the zone now. Zone's not going to pop into his favor, so he has to push through now. It's an opportunity here. He needs to find someone. He's behind, sitting in the zone, though. Will these ticks be ones that he's going to regret? We'll find out now. He's going for the box fight. He's going for first place. He wants the throne. He wants to take it here. Can he grab the crown? Right now, Class, no! Loses the exchange to AJ.
Eyes on Booger. Booger can jump up here in a big way now. I don't know whether he can overtake Coop. This might be Coop's final lap, winning round. Watching this close out as we tune in with Who Fishy. Booger in 4th place places, our highest player alive still left, and he falls. This is Coop's tournament, but we have more money to give out, and we have more people to overtake. Coop has undeniably won this game, but Who Fishy pushing forward, trying to have his moment and jump up, finish the games hot because he started a little bit cold.
Oh my
Gets the
gosh.
elimination. 4 players alive. Can Who Fishy pick up the game 6 win? Bully, we have so many aggressive big names in this one. Bully on the high ground, pushing forward, has that position of command. Can he finish it off? And Bully is so good in the box. AJ falls. 3 players alive. This is the closing moments of NA East Grand Finals Game 6. Bully needs to close this one out. 30 points. He's had a big rise at the end. Can Who Fishy close it out too? Or is Zentil gonna go down to Storm? He's playing it slow on the low side. Can he get back out? Bully in such a good position. Has all the mats,
So
has
close.
everything, and Who
It's
Fishy
so
takes down
close.
Till. So it's Bully versus Who Fishy. Who's got the better aim? Who's got the better mechanics? As this is gonna come down to a shotgun versus shotgun
Here it is.
1v1. I can't see either going for the heal off. No one's gonna be able to close it out. It's Coop's day, but can Bully or Who Fishy close it out and get the win to stand on the podium at the very end? And it's Bully who does it. Who Fishy falls, and Bully has a massive game back to jump into it, Monster.